guys, good evening. So today is Thursday, December 2, and we're here on the growing area. So as you can see, we do have some fruits, and you see some of the bags here already facing the other way around. It means it's already waiting for the third flashing, so that's good. So first, let me just share to you this one. So this is the pink oyster mushroom that we've created. It's our own created bags, and the substrate is actually composted for 11 days. And we have here bags. These are inoculated with soda sponge, and based on my experience, they tend to not grow that much. They're a bit slow on giving me flashings compared to those that I've inoculated with grains. I don't know if that's the specific reason. There might be some other reason about that. These are our own created bags, which is but the substrate are not composted. And previously we did post the first flashing of this bag. It has a kind of weird looking stems, and we did say that it's probably because of the substrate being too acidic. But on the second flashing, it's not that bad, but as you can see, it's still having small fruits, probably because this is a white oyster angel variety, which tends to have smaller flowers. Yeah, so a bit stemmy, but that's fine, I guess. So this one, hopefully the fruit on this one will be a bit bigger, because this is a Florida variety. So let's just wait for the second flashing. So this is already ready to be picked, and here this is also ready to be picked. But as you can see, the fruit is actually a bit smaller in quantity, and this is almost white, but this is a yellow oyster mushroom. So the reason, I think that's why it's giving us this very small fruit is this weird thing. I don't know if that's contamination or bacterial issue, but I do observe yellow oyster mushroom having this kind of issue. I don't know if that's contamination or some bacteria reaction. I don't think it's normal for a yellow oyster mushroom to have those, so I'm still thinking what it is. I might change some. I might buy some spawns from other growers for yellow oyster mushrooms, because these tend to give me a bit small fruits, which are really hard to make a spawn. So direct tissue to spawn is really hard due to its size. But this one, probably since this is a big one, this is a yellow oyster mushroom as well. But unlike the first two, I didn't open the front. This is usually where the spawns are. So what we did is to put the slit at the other end of the bag. So that's usually what I'm testing right now, because I want fruit that doesn't have much of a stem. So based on the idea that once pinheads occur or primordial occur and they sense some oxygen, they are triggered to create flowers. So with that, I think they're gonna make a shorter stem, then creating flower as it grows. So we did try that on this pink oyster mushroom. It already flashed once, but as you can see now, it's ready to flash for the second time. So the first flashing is actually comes from this location. So what I did after the first flashing, I did create another slit on the upper side but I think it's gonna fruit on the original location of the first flashing, because yeah, there's already pinheads there. So as for the other bags, so this is also, I believe this is a soda spawn as well, used by soda spawn, and there are pinheads, but just like what I've told you, it's kind of weird for a soda spawn's fruiting bag. They tend to create primordial or pins, then dry out, then they're gonna do the cycle, but sometimes they go through, then proceed up to maturity. So this is the soda spawn, so it already did give us first flashing, so this one is the second flashing already. It's a Florida variety, but based on how I see the stem, it's kind of small. I don't know if it's also the effect of it being a soda spawn, I'm not sure. But on this one, we do have some primordia on the side. So since they are growing inner or away from the opening, because usually this opening is too dry for them to grow. So what I usually do is to make a slit near those primordia to continue the growth of the pinheads up until maturity. So that's what I'm doing right now. Probably I'm just gonna expect up until third flashing. So we've been taking care of them for around 2 months now, so that I think it's still in range. Moving forward, we do have some bags, so I'll gonna be doing some experimental fruiting, and at the same time I'm also selling those bags. So we already sold around 20 bags already, and hopefully we're gonna sell more on the upcoming days. And since it's December, there's gonna be some days that I'll be out, so probably you're gonna see an update wherein flowers just withered, or fruits that is not edible anymore because it's already wasted, something like that. I guess that might happen, but as much as possible I don't want that to happen on the bags that I'm taking care of. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, so probably you're gonna get to see some new setups, or probably I'm gonna add some bags here coming from the batch that I've inoculated, which is November 8th. So today is December 2, and they are ready to grow. And I will also have bags created on November 22nd, which probably be available on the third week of December. So roughly around 400 bags to be sold, but probably 10% of those are gonna be used for my experimental purpose for us to expand. Based on my schedule, I should buy another 200 bags this coming Sunday, but since there's gonna be some event that I have to go out, probably I'm gonna delay that for another week. So that's it. We're gonna get another set of bags on the second Sunday of December. Okay, so I guess that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope there's something new that you've learned from today. But usually what I'm telling is things that I usually observe, which probably I did say on previous videos. But thank you very much for tuning in, guys. See you next video. Bye-bye. Hello guys, good afternoon. So I'm here on the growing area. So as you can see, there are some fruits, some pinheads, which on our pink oyster mushroom, this is the bag that we've created, and some fruit on that one as well. This is the second flashing. But what I would like to discuss is regarding this one. You see this yellowish part here, yellowish part as well on this side, and also some yellowish part on the side as well, and probably some part of the small primordial are also dry as well. It's just that I was not able to miss this at least twice per day. I was out yesterday for the whole day. I did miss them on the early morning, but I wasn't able to miss them when I got home because it's a bit late. So that's the drawback. This already ready to be picked, and even though they are actually dry on some parts, they're still edible. So that's the good thing about that. But I'm just showing you things that can happen, or things that you can observe if ever you'll be living for a day and you're not able to miss your growing area. So at least twice, that'd be good. But this location is actually have a lot of air exchange, because this is like a vent location in our house. I do have a hole on top going to the rooftop, so this is the air vent going to this area. So it's really the air circulation part of the house. So you would expect that this is gonna have a lot of fresh air exchange. But the drawback is air exchange would minimize or lessen your humidity. So you have to really at least monitor them. On my part, just twice, 2 times a day is enough. But it's just that this time I wasn't able to miss it that frequent. And also, this is already deformed, so I'm gonna black that out. So that it won't spend too much energy on that. So that's already probably that's considered already a flashing. And I do have some pinheads on here, but the issue is they're actually drying out because I wasn't able to miss them twice a day. So we do have a good flashing, good pinheads here. I'm just not sure if it's gonna flash, but I did scrape the middle, thinking that it might grow pinheads on that, but mushrooms are really unpredictable. They're gonna grow sometimes on location that you least expect them to grow. That's how really unpredictable they are. But probably soon enough we're gonna have some other bags here. I might change the setup a little, and I want to start fruiting them this side. So probably 3 out of 5 bags will be set up like this, and let's see if it's gonna have a good result moving forward, because having this kind of setup will probably make us this kind of cluster, which is a really good cluster. Doesn't have much of stems, more on just flowers, and yeah, just like this one as well. So that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. So don't forget to miss them twice a day. If you don't have any controlled environment, or at least a mister that would automatically turn on. And I'm actually planning or thinking about that on this location. Hopefully I'll be able to think of a way to set it up. But that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bye bye.